Hey, what's up, people? We're gonna do a quick video today, and then I'll add on a couple days onto this video and post it all together. But my folks left for 10 days, 2 weeks. They don't have a return ticket, so good for them. So it's just Journey and I and my wife taking over the farm for that time of span, and we set up a bale grazing site, kind of like a modified bale grazing site in our pasture to feed for 10 days maybe. Get to that point, we'll see. It'll probably be this weekend when I pick you guys up and continue to film, but we'll run out there and kind of run through them today and show you what's going on. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. As I open the gate here, I reminded myself that I was going to give a shout out to one of my loyal viewers. So Eli, here's your shout out. I didn't forget. So as we're driving out here, I'll just give you kind of a rundown. We have a side dump bale hauler. Basically it's just a gooseneck fifth wheel hay dump. Can haul 8 bales at a time. So we did a few loads out here and then spread them out the tractor. And this is our home pasture. Cows winter here all winter, of course, come back in the fall, and we feed them kind of on a side hill. And when it gets to the spring, we're talking the 15th of March here today, or 16th of March, we try to get them off that hill. And by doing that, we're trying to also add nutrients and different things back into the soil by taking their cow manure and taking some of the hay that they'll waste and giving that back to the ground. Been doing reading and different things about all this type of stuff, and been watching other YouTube guys do it, and so we dabbled in it last year a little bit, and we'll probably continue to expand as we get more and more comfortable with it. But they will well, I'll show you what the cows are doing out here in a second. We're just about there, but they'll eat the best quality hay stuff first, which for us is primarily our hay barley, and then they'll slowly transition to the worst stuff. And then there might be a day that will force them to eat some of the worst stuff and clean that up a little bit before we give them some better stuff. You don't want to full-blown waste it out here, of course, but the idea is that they're going to give some of this organic matter back into the soil. So we picked a site kind of on a side hill, and this site honestly for us is a bunch of pocket gophers and different things, badger holes. Like, hopefully badgers are kind of trying to kill them, but we're trying to add some organic material back into it and hopefully get some better growth. This does get a little bit overgrazed by the time we get them out in the spring, and then they come back and graze a little bit. We do keep a few head here during the summer, so this is not like a perfect bale grazing site as you would probably look at it as, because you would want to get everything off of it. Matt Feldhouse does a great job explaining that in his videos, but I'll show you what they're doing right now. So this is a hay barley bale. There's one in front of me they haven't touched yet, but they are completely exploding this bale. We basically set them up, broke them apart with the tractor just enough where they could get around into it. I'll pull up here and show you a couple other bales here. So here's a bale that they haven't touched yet, and this is actually a hay barley bale as well that they haven't really got into yet. They'll definitely, you can see they've been around it. We had a little bit of a dusting of snow and some wind this morning, and so they're kind of just eating the good stuff. They are going to lay in it, of course. They're not hungry. They have everything they want to eat right now, and so they're kind of wasting some, but at the same time they're going to pick through it. I'm not going to get out here today. Maybe I will, it'd probably be this weekend by the time we have to feed, which maybe if we get 6 to 8 days, that'd probably be pretty good. They will waste it, but they'll kind of pick through it, and that's kind of the idea, is that they're going to pick all the good stuff, and they're going to leave a lot of the hay in a spot where you want it. Where we feed all winter is kind of in a convenient spot, so that one, it's easy to feed. It's right next to where we stockpile our hay, and then it doesn't take us long. It's also windbreak. I explained that a couple videos ago. You know, we're 45 degrees. It was like 2 below yesterday morning, and the cows were really hunkered down and laying in it. This morning it was snowing sideways. We had a warm front come through this afternoon. Now it's warmed up. I couldn't really even see the cows from the road, other than I could tell they weren't up in the yard. And so they're laying in it. They'll use it as protection, and they'll weigh some. But the point is, it's in a spot where we want it, and it's not in a spot where we don't want it. So I'll kind of do one more cruise here, then I'll pick you up in a couple days and kind of show you what the difference is. So this is a little bit rougher hay right next to a hay barley bale they haven't got exploded yet. And so this bale on the left is, to be honest, I don't know exactly where that bale came from, but some rougher hay. Doesn't have a whole lot of like alfalfa or anything they want in it. That bale over there, we tried to cut the twines so they can get it busted open easy, but as a hay barley bale, they can tell they're eating on the edges and stuff of it, but they can't get it fully exploded. And then the one that they're around over there is a hay barley bale. They've got exploded and have gotten to the inside of it. So they got into the good stuff. There's a couple bales over here that they haven't even really touched yet. With the fresh snow, you can tell the gopher hills or mountains here, but these bales, there's not even footsteps around them. They're rougher hay. They're not going to eat it first. They're going to pick through the good stuff. So we do that kind of purposefully. Not to put it in 4-wheel drive, maybe. There's kind of a running joke with this pickup. Every year my parents leave on vacation, my 4-wheel drive breaks. Huh, we got out of it this time. And that is 3 years running. So this would be year 4. Yes, it's a Ford. And yes, that's not hate mail on them or hate speech. It's just a fact. So I've had to walk a mile home to get a different vehicle to pull myself out. So anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll pick you up in a couple days. It's Tuesday today. We did this on Sunday, so maybe by Saturday or Sunday, it might not even be till Monday. We've already got the trailer loaded up for the next time we're going to do it. I'll probably just give 8 bales next time instead of the 20-some we gave the first time around. All depends on the amount of cattle you have, of course. For us, it's you know, you couldn't get by with 20-30 bales, whatever we did the other day, if you had 300 cows, but you can when you have the amount of cows that we do. So anyway, I'm gonna go check waters and do a couple things. It's 45 degrees. Cows are drinking out of these little poles, but I'll make sure the calves and the bulls up in the yard have water as well. So anyway, I'll pick you up in a few days and bring you back. Well, we made it to Sunday. We gonna go drop off a load of hay out here in our bale grazing site and give the bulls a bale. They need a bale, probably the last bale they'll get, and we'll turn them out to pasture. We had a light dusting of snow again last night. It was 70 degrees Friday, today's Sunday, and you know, made things wet and sloppy, but it did freeze up, so it's 28 degrees. Hopefully we won't make as big of a mess here early this morning feeding some hay. So welcome back to part 2 of this 2-part video, and I'm about to show you what's left. It's been a week, pretty much to the hour, to when we spread out 20 so bales, and they're pretty much got it all picked down. There was a couple rougher bales that they hadn't eaten yesterday that I made them eat overnight, and they need some more feed, but I'm going to show you here the advantage of doing this. So there's cows still feeding on what's left here. If you remember at the beginning of this video, there was hay barley bales and such. This is what's left of a hay barley bale right here. There's nothing. Okay, there was a hay barley bale here. They exploded it. There's nothing left. You can see all the cow pies that are on top of this hill now. I'm gonna get out and show you here what they're doing with what's left here. You can see they picked through. They're looking for some more feed in here. They're looking to get you know, what's left in there. You can see this black heifer right here. I guess she's a second calver now. Picking through, trying to find what's left, and what remains, what they don't eat, will go right back into the soil. Here's a fresh cow pie. 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 And all this manure will go right back to this spot. As I said before, this spot is needs this. You know, it gets kind of overgrazed a little bit. It needs to have some nutrients back into the soil. We don't fertilize or don't do anything, so that's what it's going to get. We're going to get the other pickup and bring a load of hay out here, and then feed our bulls a bale. So, you guys have never been around one of these. It's a side dump hay hauler. It loads up to 8 bales, or hauls up to 8 bales at a time. Right now I've only got 7 on. Last weekend we, the one thing with putting these like they are, sometimes you can go too far and they'll roll off the side, and then you kind of have to finagle to get it on. You can push from the back, but we tried that, we just couldn't get the 8th one on. So there'll be 7 bales on this load, and then we will probably load it back up since it's a little firm, and get it loaded for probably Wednesday, Thursday this week, so we can dump it again. So we're just gonna set up this 7 bales on the opposite side. We don't need a tractor for this. We'll push them off. They'll roll the different kind of lengths off of this trailer, and then the cows will push them around. The one thing we'll do is cut the twines off so they can access or blow them up a little bit better, but other than that, yeah, we're done. This is it. This is the easiest way of feeding that you can do. So. Oh, you just are dirty. Well, they didn't roll off the best for what I was hoping for, but they're one big row. They'll push them around. They're hungry, they'll get after it, and they'll move them to where they want them. So I'll go load this back up, give the bulls 1 bale, and guess what? I've only been doing this for 20 minutes. That's how quick this can be. And honestly, if the bulls wouldn't have needed a bale today, I wouldn't have ever started a tractor. I wasn't even planning on filling, reloading the hay on the trailer, but it is what it is. Now I don't have to start a tractor Wednesday, Thursday. So that's the benefits of all this. Cuts down a lot of time, and they're gonna eat it. They're gonna spread it around. They're gonna get it, you know, they're gonna get their ration consumed. So don't have to start a tractor every day to feed your cows. The bonus of having a little bit of snow, a little bit of cold, is I'm not making as many ruts out here as I did, or as we did last Sunday. So it's the only thing about spring and big machinery. That creates a lot of ruts on the ground, or in the ground. So got a couple more bales to grab, and we're done. Voila! Right there, yeah, that makes sense. We're done. It's full. Wednesday. Drive out the pasture, dump it off, don't start a tractor. Start a tractor once a week. Perfect. That's the main benefit of this bale grazing too, is not only do you give it back to the soil, but you also don't have to start a tractor every day. Worry about a tractor starting every day. Diesel, everything's going up. So that's all I got today. Thanks for tuning along if you made it this far in the video. I'm gonna give a couple buckets of corn to the bulls, but you guys don't need to see that. So as always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Peace.